Good afternoon, everyone. Today I discuss here four part of the unit magnetism. In this lecture, we discuss theory, sources, and types of the magnetic material. Let's go to the theory. Magnetism is a property of material that responds an applied magnetic field to causes to be either attracted or repel the material. Magnetic state of the material is depends on the temperature, so that material may exist more than one form of the magnetism depending on its temperature, and magnetism of that material is also depends upon the applied magnetic field. Then let's go to the sources of the magnetism. There are two sources of the magnetism. One is electrical current and other is intrinsic magnetic moment. We discuss here electrical current. If the electric current moving, then that produces a magnetic moment. That magnetic moment is due to the passing the electrical current. Other type of the source is intrinsic magnetic moment. That intrinsic magnetic moment will be observed due to the orbital and spin motion of the electron. Sometimes orbital motion is restricted and spin motion is also restricted. If two electrons are present in a single atomic orbital, always that opposite spin to each other. Then magnetic moment produced due to the spin of the one electron is cancelled with magnetic moment produced due to the spin of the another electron. Then such a material do not interact with applied magnetic field, do not produce a magnetic moment. But those materials which contain that is unpaired electron, then that unpaired electron, due to the spin of the unpaired electron, that produces magnetic moment. But that magnetic moment is spread over in that whole materials. Then may the magnetic moment of that electron is cancelled, produced is cancelled by the other electron before applied magnetic field. But if you apply the magnetic field, then that atoms or that molecules align with the applied magnetic field, and that shows a magnetic moment. Therefore, the intrinsic magnetic moment is depends upon the number of the unpaired electron present in that material as well as that is the temperature. Then question arises in your mind, what is meant by magnetic susceptibility? Magnetic susceptibility means it is the ratio of intensity of magnetism induced, that is M, in the substance to the magnetizing the force or intensity of the field B. May that B is represented by also H. Then magnetic susceptibility, that is the chi, is equal to M upon B in a CGS unit. Then magnetic field intensity have two expressions which are equally important, that is a B is equal to H. Here unit of the X is a dimensionless, where X is the magnetic susceptibility of the material, M is the magnetization of the material or the total magnetic moment per unit value, and B is a magnetic field intensity or applied magnetic field. Then let's go to the discussion about the types of the magnetic material. Depending upon the interaction of the material with applied magnetic field, the magnetic or the materials can be classified into five types. First one, diamagnetic material, paramagnetic material, ferromagnetic material, antiferromagnetic material, and the ferrimagnetic material. We discuss here one by one. First one, diamagnetic material. The diamagnetic substances are composed of the atoms which have no net magnetic moment. Why? In a diamagnetic substances, each electrons are paired one with the other electron. Magnetic moment is produced by one electron due to the spin of the one electron is cancelled with a magnetic moment produced due to the other electron, and therefore in a magnetic diamagnetic substances no unpaired electrons are present. When such a substance is keep in an applied magnetic field, then that repels the applied magnetic field that's shown in the first figure. In the case of that is the here the magnetic in figure A, here you see apply without that is the substance, then applied magnetic field, that is the lines of the force that goes in a straight. If you put the diamagnetic substance in applied magnetic field, then that repels the magnetic field that's shown in the figure B here. Then if you plot the magnetic susceptibility of the diamagnetic substances versus applied magnetic field, then you will get such a type of the curve that shows value of the slope is a -1, is because that shows a repulsion with applied magnetic field. And if you plot the graph magnetic susceptibility versus the temperature, then magnetic susceptibility do not change with respect to temperature, means by increasing the temperature or decreasing the temperature, the magnetism of the diamagnetic substances does not change. Then what is the properties of the diamagnetic materials? First property is that magnetic susceptibility is a negative. Then relative permeability is a slightly less than the unity. Magnetic field lines are repelled or expelled by diamagnetic material when placed in applied magnetic field, and susceptibility is nearly temperature independent. These are the properties of the diamagnetic material. For example, here bismuth, copper, water, etc. Then let's go to the paramagnetic substances. In some magnetic materials, each atom or molecule has a net magnetic dipole moments, which is the vector sum of orbital and spin magnetic moment of the electron. In this material, the electrons present is always unpaired one, and due to the random orientation of this magnetic moment, then the net magnetic moment of the material is a 0. In the presence of the external magnetic field, the torque acting on the that atomic dipoles will align them in the field direction. As a result, the net magnetic moment induced in the direction of the magnetic field, applied magnetic field. Then induced dipole moments is a present as long as the external field exists. Means here that paramagnetic materials show interact with applied magnetic field as long as the applied magnetic field exists. When such a materials are placed in a non-uniform magnetic field, then paramagnetic material we have tendency to move from weaker to stronger part of the field. Materials which exist weak magnetism in a direction of the applied magnetic fields are known as the paramagnetic material. This can be shown in the two figures here. In a first figure you see in the absence of the magnetic field, that atoms or the molecules which contain the unpaired electron are randomly, that is the is present. But if you apply the magnetic field, then that random magnetized atoms or containing that is a magnetic dipole moment will be aligned with the applied magnetic field that's shown in the figure number 1b. If you plot the graph magnetic susceptibility versus the applied magnetic field, then in concern the paramagnetic material, is magnetism is a directly proportional to the applied magnetic field, and therefore slope is always equal to, that is the sky, uh, uh, that always equal to the slope, and that must be positive one. And if you plot the graph magnetic susceptibility versus the temperature, then magnetic susceptibility of the paramagnetic material is independent. Uh, uh, Magnetic susceptibility of the paramagnetic material is inversely proportional to the temperature. Means by increasing the temperature, magnetic susceptibility of the paramagnetic material goes on the decreases, and you will get a parabola that can be shown in the figure number 2. Then which are the properties of the paramagnetic material? First property, magnetic susceptibility is a positive, but it is a small quantity. Relative permeability is a greater than the unity. The magnetic field lines are attracted into the paramagnetic material when placed in a magnetic field, and magnetic susceptibility is inversely proportional to the temperature. For example, aluminum, platinum, chromium, etc. Then let's go to the ferromagnetic material. Ferromagnetic materials are a paramagnetic materials, or it is a different than the paramagnetic material? Yes, ferromagnetic materials, the atoms or the molecules which have a possesses a net magnetic dipole moment as in a paramagnetic material, but this material is made up of small regions called ferromagnetic domains that can be shown here in the figures. These are the paramagnetic domains. These are the paramagnetic domains. Within each domain, the magnetic moment are spontaneously aligned in a direction which is caused by strong interaction arising from the electron spin, which depends upon the interatomic distances. Each domain has a net magnetism in a direction. However, direction of the magnetism varies from domain to domain, and net magnetism of that specimen becomes a zero. But in the presence of the external magnetic field, two processes are takes place. First, domain having a magnetic moment parallel to the free go in a size, and the other domains are rotated so that they are aligned with the field. Then you see, if you apply the magnetic field, then each and every domain paramagnetic domain is aligned with spontaneously with the applied magnetic field, and that that is shows that is the higher magnetism as compared to the paramagnetic substances. If you plot the graph here, magnetism versus the applied magnetic field, then you see in a graph number 1 here, if you just apply the magnetic field, then due to the all the paramagnetic domain is aligned with applied magnetic field, then that shows the yes higher magnetism up to the certain, that is the applied magnetic field, and after that that magnetism becomes a saturated. That means even though you remove the magnet applied magnetic field, then also that material shows a magnetism. If you plot the graph here, magnetic susceptibility versus the temperature, then yes, after certain temperature, that ferromagnetic material behaves like a paramagnetic material, but below that temperature, that shows unexceptionally higher magnetism, not like that is paramagnetic materials. Yes, and therefore that temperature is known as, that is the Curie temperature. Below that temperature, that material shows a strong magnetism. Above that temperature, that material behaves like a paramagnetic material. That temperature is known as, that is the Curie temperature, and therefore ferromagnetic materials are always characterized by, that is the Curie temperature. You may remember that Curie temperature. Then what is the properties of the ferromagnetic materials? First property of the ferromagnetic material is magnetic susceptibility is a positive and large. Relative permeability is also larger than as compared to the paramagnetic materials. Then magnetic field lines are strongly attracted into the ferromagnetic material when placed in a magnetic field, and susceptibility is inversely proportional to also temperature. Example here, that is a iron, nickel, and also cobalt. Then next, go to the four types of the magnetic material, that is antiferromagnetic materials. In antiferromagnetic materials, there are two sublattices, A and B, and A have also, that is the magnetic moment, and B have also, that is the have magnetic moment, but both have always have exactly equal magnetic moment, and that opposite to each other. Therefore, net magnetic moment in antiferromagnetic materials is always equal to 0. But if such a material if you place in a applied magnetic field, then what happen? Some of that lattices like magnetic moment is aligned with applied magnetic field, that shows some magnetism is induced in that material, and therefore here this type of the magnetic organ is called as, that is the antiferromagnetism. Then antiferromagnetic materials are characterized by nil temperature. If you plot the graph magnetic susceptibility versus the temperature, then if you increase the temperature of that antiferromagnetic substances, then what happen? The increases the magnetism, means magnetic susceptibility with respect to temperature up to the certain temperature, and after that temperature the ferromagnetic substances behaves like a paramagnetic substances, and that critical temperature at which the antiferromagnetic temperature behaves as a paramagnetic substances, that temperature is known as, that is the neat temperature, and therefore ferromagnetic substances or ferromagnetic materials are always characterized by nil temperature. Then which are the properties of the antiferromagnetic substances? Antiferromagnetism will not produce any magnetism because of the two opposing spin component. When we apply the applied magnetic field, the net magnetism will be different of the zero, due to that maximum spins are in the same direction. Antiferromagnetism is a special case of ferrimagnetism. Nil temperature is the critical temperature for the antiferromagnetic materials. Example for the antiferromagnetic substances are MnO, FeO or MnF2. Then fifth type of the magnetic materials are, that is a ferrimagnetic materials. In a ferromagnetic materials, magnetic moment of the A and B sublattices are, in a ferrimagnetic materials, the magnetic moment of the lattice A and B are not equal. Due to that, that material shows the net magnetism. Then ferrimagnetic materials are so similar to the ferromagnetism. It exhibits all ferromagnetic behavior like the spontaneous magnetism, Curie temperature, hysteresis, and the remanences. However, ferromagnetic, here ferrimagnetic and ferromagnetic have a different magnetic ordering. Here you see in a first figure I shown here, in a ferrimagnetic substances, is blue color is a direction in upward direction and green color in a downward direction. Here you see the green color arrow are small one, and that is the blue color arrow are strong one. That indicate that in a direction, upward direction, that shows a that sublattice, means blue color sublattice shows higher magnetism, which as compared to, that is the B1. Even though B have a smaller magnetism and you have a larger magnetism, but opposite to each other, and therefore that substance shows the smaller magnetism before applying the magnetic field. That can be shown in this, that is second figure. You see here two sublattices A and B are present. A shows the higher magnetism. You see this is the S magnetic moment as compared to B. Here B lattice. You see this is the 1 and 2. Here that is number of the domains are present, and therefore if you consider that is the upward direction, the magnetism, that ferrimagnetic substances shows the magnetism, because that magnetism is a sublattice A and B are opposite to each other, but that is not exactly equal, and therefore that shows the magnetism in that material. If you plot the graph, magnetic such a, that is the magnetism versus that is the is temperature, then you see magnetism of the ferromagnetic substances goes on the decreases up to uh, certain temperature, and after that that shows that is the paramagnetism, like that is the ferromagnetic substances, and therefore that ferromagnetic substances are also characterized by that is the Curie temperature. Then I here summarize that types of the magnetic material is first I here written that is a magnetism, then I written that is examples, then I given the column that is a magnetic behavior with respect to applied magnetic field and with respect to that is the temperature. Here in concern with the diamagnetism, yes, examples are the bismuth, silicon, copper, inert gases. Yes, magnetic susceptibility is a negative, that may be that is a 10 raised to minus 6, minus 10 raised to minus 6 to minus 10 raised to minus 5. And atoms have no magnetic moment because the electrons present in each orbital of the atom are paired one, and therefore net magnetic moment is always equal to 0. Then if you place that material in an applied magnetic field, and if you measure the magnetism induced in that material, then always that shows a negative value. You see here that is a graph magnetism versus the applied magnetic field, then this blue color line is that shows a negative value of the magnetism, that indicates that yes, if you keep that diamagnetic material in applied magnetic field, that repels the applied magnetic field. Then if you plot the graph of the reciprocal of the magnetic susceptibility versus the temperature, that always that is a constant with that is the respect to that is the temperature or parallel to the temperature axis. You see here that is also blue color line, here it is a parallel to the temperature axis. Then you go to the paramagnetic material example, that is aluminum, oxygen, or that is the alloy, manganic, bismuth. Then susceptibility of the paramagnetic materials is a small and always it is a positive value. That value is ranging from 10 raised to minus 3 to 10 raised to minus 5. And you see the atoms which containing unpaired electron oriented randomly, which have a magnetic moment. And if you measure the magnetism with respect to applied magnetic field, then you see in a graph number first, yes, if you yes increase the applied magnetic field, that is value of the H, then slowly magnetism is also goes on the increases, that shows up always positive value. Here that is the 0 0 coordinate. If you increase the magnetic field, increase the magnetism in a paramagnetic substances. And if you plot the graph, that is reciprocal of the molar magnetic susceptibility versus the temperature, then you see that graph shows yes increases the temperature in yes here that magnetic susceptibility reciprocal versus the applied magnetic field, then here that is always magnetism goes on the increases 1 upon x, means that is the, if you plot the graph, that is the reciprocal of the magnetic susceptibility versus the temperature, then here value goes on the increases with respect to that is the temperature. Okay, then go to the ferromagnetic substances examples of iron, nickel, cobalt, then gadolinium. Yes, magnetic substitute values are generally large, that is a greater than the 100. Then atoms are organized in a domain which have parallel along magnetic moment. You see that is a parallel in a domain, that is a parallel alignment of that magnetic moment. But if you place in applied magnetic field, then spontaneously increase the magnetism in that material. Then you see here M is the magnetism and here H is the applied magnetic field. Then you see graph, yes, in a small that place that material in applied magnetic field and slightly increase the applied magnetic field, then that shows a strong magnetism, and after some that is applied magnetic field that becomes a saturated one. If you plot the graph here, magnetic susceptibility versus that is the reciprocal of the magnetic susceptibility versus that is the temperature, then here you see first magnetism goes on the decreases like and after the Curie temperature that will be rapidly increases like a paramagnetic substances. If you plot the graph reciprocal of the uh, molar magnetic susceptibility versus the temperature, then what happen you see first here that is the decreases and this is the increases after the Curie temperature, and therefore ferromagnetic substances are characterized by that is the Curie temperature. Then in comes with antiferromagnetic substances. Here examples are chromium, MnO and FeO. Susceptibility is a very small and also positive that between the 10 raised to minus 3 to 10 raised to minus 5. Then atoms are organized in a domain which have anti-parallel aligned with a domain but that not cancel to each other. And if you place such a material with applied magnetic field and measure the magnetism, then yes, magnetism which increases with increasing the applied magnetic field. And if we measure the molar susceptibility with respect to temperature, then magnetic susceptibility goes on the increases with increasing the temperature till Niels temperature, and after that that material behaves like a paramagnetic material, and therefore that Niels temperature is a characteristic property of the antiferromagnetic substances. Then in concern with the ferrimagnetic substances is that generally that is oxides of the metals, that is Fe2 Fe3O4, Mn Fe2O4, nickel Fe2O4. Susceptibility is a large is a always greater than that is the 100. Then atoms are organized in a domain which have a mixture of unequal antiparallel and aligned magnetic moment, like that is the ferromagnetic substances. Here, if you plot the graph magnetism versus the applied magnetic field, then that is shows the that is the higher magnetism or attract strongly with applied magnetic field at a certain applied magnetic field. After that, that forms a saturated. And like that is a ferromagnetic substance. Here you see if you plot the graph that is the reciprocal of the molar susceptibility versus the temperature, then first yes magnetic susceptibility with respect to temperature rapidly goes on the decreases, yes, and after that certain temperature that behaves like a paramagnetic temperature, that temperature is known as that is the Curie temperature like a ferromagnetic substances. Ferrimagnetic substances is also characterized by that is the Curie temperature. These are the some summary of the types of the material: diamagnetism, paramagnetism, ferromagnetism, antiferromagnetism and the ferrimagnetism materials. Thank you for watching the videos. If you like it, then subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. Thank you very much.